British volunteers and charities are battling to send emergency supplies to India. India's recorded its highest daily coronavirus death toll, and it's become the first country to register more than 400,000 new cases in a 24-hour period. Nick Dixon is at an aid centre in Slough in Berkshire, which has been sending out oxygen equipment to India to try to help. Good morning to you. I mean, they really are at crisis point, aren't they, with cases continuing to rise? This equipment's desperately needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Morning, Charlotte. And the folks here at Khalsa Aid have managed to get together huge quantities of life-saving equipment in a very short space of time as well. They're focusing on these oxygen concentrators. These have been donated by businesses, members of the public as well, just in the last few days. Huge quantities, as I say. And bear in mind, Charlotte, these cost anywhere between about £300 and £1,000, so it's incredibly generous. Ravi here is coordinating everything at the warehouse. Morning, Ravi.
Good morning.
I mean, these machines really will save lives, won't they?
Absolutely. Vital machines. These are independent machines. There's oxygen supply problems, oxygen cylinder problems. Plug these machines in, put our tubes in, you can breathe. A lot of the people are facing symptoms where they can't breathe or the oxygen levels are dropping. So these are independent machines, makes the oxygen there and then helps to sustain the levels of oxygen to survive.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then we'll move on to the next patient. So yeah, absolute lifesavers.
OK, Ravi, thank you. There's a consignment of about 300 of these machines ready to go, and it should be on its way to India by the end of the week and will be absolutely vital.
Healthcare systems overwhelmed and hospital beds and medical oxygen in short supply. India is struggling to cope with the huge surge in COVID levels.
We've never felt this scared before as much as we are feeling right now, because it's a helpless situation for us, you know. We're trying to help as many people as we want, and it's never enough. We're just hanging by a thread.
Here at this warehouse in Slough, the charity Khalsa Aid is gathering together medical supplies, including these oxygen concentrators, to be sent over to Delhi.
They're not as powerful as, let's say, ventilators, but they can be used in domestic use. Our team out in India are already distributing it to families and people who are in need. And once they're being used, we try and recycle them and give them to other families so they can keep being used.
These men had just driven 3 hours to the charity warehouse in Slough from Coventry to hand over £4,000 that they'd raised within their own community.
We just spread the word in our temple or our community. Whatever they can afford, they give us.
The UK government has announced additional support measures for India, including offering advice and expertise and sending 1,000 ventilators. Nick Dixon, Good Morning Britain.